Hey guys, we have a very important subject to talk about, and we thought that you guys should all be made aware, especially if you are living in rural areas. So I'm going to let Jerry take it away.
So I had an important package that's supposed to go out today. And this has happened recently through the years, but not so much as now. I said, all right, is it the Christmas season? I get it. I better call the post office. They close at 5. And on my street, I don't see the carrier. And again, I tend to blame the carrier because, there used to be these guys we trusted here and just they left for different places. And they send a bunch of people that, don't know what they're doing as much. Okay. But, right away you tend to blame the carrier. I guess don't necessarily. I called up and he said he called in today. I said, okay. Did you get a replacement or something? No. What do you mean no? Does that mean I'm not going to get my mail today and you're not going to pick up this package? It's important. Okay, I'll come out. That's about 4:45 and they close at 5. He said, I'll come out and get it. I said, you shouldn't have to come out and get it. I mean, what's going on here? How about the rest of the week? Is it going to be like this? He said, I'm not sure until we find out. Find out what? What are you talking about the rest of the week? You're the U.S. Post Office, aren't you? I had all I could do today to shovel out and get my car started, and I don't have time for that, to worry about that. The flag is up. Take my mail. I'll get it in 15 minutes. Okay, is this going to be like a habit or something? How's the rest of the week? You can't guarantee the rest of the week won't be a repeat. What's going on here, huh? So you could blame Amazon for it. I said, Amazon? What? What's Amazon got to do with your mail delivery? I said, I guess I'm going to have to Google that one. So I'm getting pretty upset there by that time. And I said, I'm really going to have to find out about this. Okay, come, but this is BS, this is not washing with me. And I said, I'm going to have to. So we did Google it. And look what came up with.
So we found this article from the Washington Post. It says a royal post office was told to prioritize Amazon packages and chaos ensued. And we're going to go ahead and go through this article. It is so interesting and it is crazy, especially for people living in rural areas.
Bemidji, Minnesota. When Delbert Mickelson's mail started showing up late, and sometimes not showing up at all, he blamed it on the opening of deer season. I thought my carrier was out hunting, Mickelson said over a breakfast of eggs and pancakes at Raffield's Bakery Cafe in downtown Bemidji. But it wasn't the buck hunt delaying the mail in Bemidji, a tiny town 100 miles south of the Canadian border where welcome signs are written in both English and Ojibwe, must be Indian language or something, and statues of Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox Tower in downtown. Since early November, Bemidji has been bombarded by a sudden onslaught of Amazon packages, and local postal workers say they have been ordered to deliver those packages first. What? The result has been chaos at the Bemidji post office. Not just there, obviously. Mail is getting backed up, sometimes for days, leaving local residents waiting for checks, credit card statements, health insurance, documents, and tax rebates. Routes meant to take 8 or 9 hours are stretching to 10 or 12. At least 5 carriers have quit, and the post office has banned scheduled sick days for the rest of the year, carriers say.
Huh? That's crazy. Like, these postal workers should not have to suffer with not getting their sick days and things like that because of Amazon. Does anybody agree with that? What
are your experiences? Please write them in the comments.
Okay, now if we go back to when Trump was in office, he actually had put a new postal carrier on.
Who didn't have much experience, and I remember that's Louis DeJoy.
Yes.
Louis DeJoy, and it goes beyond that, though. It goes back to 2013 to some contract. Is that?
But also, contract? Too, the Postal Service has lost, they say they've lost billions and billions of dollars. So we'll just go ahead and keep reading.
What do you think of this, people?
Yeah.
Write it in the comments, please. We want to share this, please, and write your experiences, see what others are, and we got to all do something about Amazon.
Okay.
Wait till you hear this. If we keep getting this volume, plus Christmas coming, we won't survive, one Bemidji post office employee said, speaking on the condition of anonymity to protect her job. We aren't equipped for this. Tell me about it.
And they're showing a little place where people can eat, I guess, in Maine. Yeah. This one says mail delivery has been common topic discussion of Raphael's Bakery in downtown
Bemidji.
Minnesota. Huh. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, wow. Maybe I'm having a nightmare already. Mail carriers have expressed a lot of concern about the volume of work, Mayor Jorge Prince said after finishing his own breakfast at Raphael's, a bustling diner lined with vintage cookie jars. But the Bemidji City Council has no jurisdiction over the U.S. Postal Service, and the same goes for the local fire marshal, who was called in last Monday because the Amazon packages were stacked precariously high. Dennis Nelson, a veteran mail carrier, said he got so frustrated watching multiple co-workers breaking down and crying that he staged a symbolic strike earlier this month outside the post office where he has worked for more than 20 years. I have to do something, Nelson said. Feels like we should be wearing shirts that say USPS brought to you by Amazon.com. Pathetic.
Let's stop there a second.
Pathetic.
So, it seems like this is getting to be the way of the world. I mean, you go into Walmart even, and it's like you have to pack your own packages. How many people has had to do that? And now Amazon, is taking over our postal services. When is enough, guys?
We got to do something. We got to speak out about this.
Right.
All of us. If you want can you imagine the ramifications here? You're waiting for a driver's license, it doesn't come. How about you waiting for Social Security check? How about you sent your landlord a rental check and he didn't get it, so he puts eviction notice and on and on? It could cripple America.
Exactly.
Is this only America, or is this spreading to the rest of the world? I have to ask my foreign friend there.
Right. Okay.
I'm wondering. Bemidji is not the only place where postal workers say they have been overwhelmed by packages from Amazon. The ubiquitous e-commerce giant. Carriers and local officials say mail service has been disrupted in rural communities from Portland, Maine to Washington State's San Juan Islands.
Sure.
The situation stems from a crisis at the Postal Service, which has lost $6.5 billion in the past year. The post office has had a contract with Amazon since 2013.
So the post office had a contract with Amazon since 2013.
Why did they do that? Why did that happen?
Because I guess they don't have enough of their own. They had their own, right? Their own services, delivery service.
My opinion, there's money behind everything decision that we don't like.
Right.
There's some money behind it, and it's not for us.
Right here.
Post office has had a contract with Amazon since 2013. Let that sink in. When it started delivering packages on Sundays. But in recent years, that business has exploded as Amazon has increasingly come to rely on postal carriers to make last mile deliveries to harder to reach rural locations.
Like us. We're in a town that's rural, right?
Yeah, New Hampshire.
And see, there's a lady standing there, and underneath it says, Sue Bruins worries that delays in mail service will affect the medicine her husband receives through Veteran Affairs. Now, why should this poor lady worry about if her husband's going to get the medicine he needs? Because of Amazon, a big giant that probably could have their own services even in the rural
I blame Amazon and the post office signing that contract, caving into them. Since when did Amazon have power over the government? Is the post office still the government? Is Amazon the government? You have to wonder.
Yes.
Think about it. What do you think?
That in mind.
The Postal Service considers the contract proprietary and has declined to disclose its terms. But U.S. Postmaster, remember this name, Postmaster General Louis DeJoy has said publicly that increasing package volume, not just from Amazon, but from FedEx and UPS as well, is key to the mail service's financial future.
Okay, so let's stop there. Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad that they're going to get money from these other companies that are very large in volume. But what about the little guy?
What really happens?
The little guys that need the things that they need. The little guys, I guess, don't matter so much as the big companies. Although we do like to get our packages, right, guys? Like Jerry and I don't order a lot or anything, but but when we do, we expect it too. Like, hey, where's my FedEx? Things like that.
I mean, you can't send a check. You could send a check. Imagine FedEx to your landlord. It's just called first class mail. It's just called U.S. Post Office handles first class mail. All those important things.
But
a passport, does it come by UPS or FedEx? Of course not. It's for parcels.
But here's the thing. So when the pandemic hit, I think a lot of people, started buying online a lot more than they had normal, So then the post office got an overflux, of packages and things like that. And so,
Yeah, we could read the rest, but we don't want the video going on too long. And I don't know, you want to hear the rest, we could do a part two. But I'd like to hear from you back, wouldn't you?
sure. Is
Let's
that
hear
where you
from
want to
them.
stop then?
Unless you think something else.
Well, it just basically talked about, the same thing, and it just keeps going on. I liked what you were doing, but yeah, they can go ahead and finish
Oh, I
reading
can,
this
yeah.
article.
Did you skip a
I think
paragraph
there's
too?
not much left.
This I want to point
You
out.
might as well go ahead and read it because there's not much left. So in November
Where do we
14th,
leave
right
off?
here,
Okay.
in the
Yeah,
November 14th
in the
speech.
November 14th speech to the Postal Service Board of Governors, DeJoy said he wants the post office to become the preferred delivery provider in the nation. I thought it was. In recent years, the agency has reconfigured its nationwide network of mail sorting plants, purchased an armada of eco-friendly delivery trucks, and pressed a marketing campaign in service of that goal.
Right.
I know post office has been around way before UPS and FedEx ever thought of. In the 1800s, it was called Pony Express.
Wow.
Yeah. Post office with their creed mail delivered. What happened to that? And sleet and snow, whatever that says.
So if anybody
I guess
out
that's
there is
out the window.
watching this and you guys are mail carriers, please let us know what's going on and what
Oh, yeah.
what are we going to expect in the coming years. There's probably a few of you guys that work in postal service. Okay.
So you have to go to the post office? Is this the life I'm going to have to live in a snowy day? And if I could get out at all, if the car doesn't start, I'm out of luck. If I got something important to send, if I'm waiting for something, I'm out of luck. I'm totally helpless there. I can't go to the post office. I guess I can. Did anything come for me today? That's not what we're supposed to live like. Nobody ever did before.
Okay.
This is unprecedented. In bigger cities, Amazon has its own distribution network. Yeah. Which takes some of the pressure off the post office. But in rural areas, where carriers drive miles of lonely routes in their personal vehicles, the arrangement has caused problems. Yeah, that's our problem.
Okay.
Whole rural America's problem.
Right.
In the mountains of Colorado, biologists in Crested Butte are struggling with the delay of the time-sensitive samples, the Denver Post reported in September, while mail carriers in Carbondale say they are overwhelmed by Amazon packages. Other Minnesota towns, including Brainerd and La Porte, have been hit hard by Amazon in the past, carriers said. And in Maine, carriers organized a symbolic strike in protest of the Amazon onslaught a year ago, though a postal audit found that the delays were caused by staffing issues, not prioritizing packages. To sum up, in Bemidji, the mayor has complained to local members of Congress who say their ability to control the post office is limited. Boy. Last week, Senator Tina Smith, Democrat from Minnesota, sent a letter to DeJoy to ask about reports that Amazon is interfering with timely deliveries and stretching the agency's already overburdened workers too thin.
Okay, so
I'm gonna
is
stop
that the
there.
end of the article?
No,
Oh,
that could go
I
on
think
forever.
that's.
We'll read it.
Oh well, there's still a
Give me
lot.
the website here. Copy that website. And, you see
Yeah,
it up
so
there?
it's
We'll probably-
www.washingtonpost.com
We'll post it in the description, okay?
/technology. Yeah, we'll
post it
post
for
it
you all.
so you guys can finish reading the article because
Yeah.
we're already at almost 14 minutes. But
think
we're
you get the
keeping this
drift.
open-ended, so like if you guys want to let us know what are you experiencing in your areas, if you're experiencing delays, and not just because of Christmas holiday, but because of Amazon, any other time of the year. I know Christmas we understand that it does
course.
get busier around this
It can
time.
be confusing to
But
the real
it can,
problem.
but I think the real problem doesn't lie with Christmas. It lies with Amazon not having, the means to get their mail out. A company that big is a giant. I think it's probably one of the largest companies, online companies.
My opinion, Amazon's responsible, and so is the post office. Post office is signing an insane contract like that, and there's no responsibility to citizens here. And Amazon, they're making the billions and billions. They're a giant here, like next to Walmart. They're the online giant, like Walmart.com. They're among the top. They're making enough money to get those trucks in the rural areas. That's my opinion here. Well, and for all of you that aren't aware of this, and you're expecting a package, maybe hopefully we helped you get some insight here. And by all means, call your post office and ask what's up. Make a stink about it. Speak up, all of you. And but most of all, even if you don't, maybe you get a little more understanding what's going on. And if you're getting a package, call the post office. Make sure you get it. Maybe the carrier will deliver it to you if you're also in a rural area. And bring a package in. Don't trust them now. Now I've lost my trust for the whole post office. Lifetime of trust is no.
And
it's
also,
not a one-time thing. Where
don't blame
carriers
your
wait.
carrier because you just know that they're just one little person, and it's a big, huge corporation that's behind it all. And so these carriers crying and upset and frustrated because they can't get their job done. They're overwhelmed.
And
so,
quitting.
yeah, and they're quitting. So we can't blame those, So we're just going to leave it open-ended, and
Please,
let's hear your thoughts on this topic. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thanks.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And
hit the bell for more notifications.
yes, as always,
By all means, share this. Please, we'll leave you the link to this article. Share this whole
this here is a
story.
public article so that it can be put up
It's a public
fine
service.
on YouTube and
Of course.
to let people be aware, because Jerry and I was not aware of the problems going on. And the other day we had something out there and they didn't come. I know what happened was
Did I mention that?
I had gotten a FedEx package and they put it inside the mailbox. Now we had mail going out, and the FedEx package per people put in front of the USPS package. And we were like, what the heck? So the mailman never came. And he also, and the FedEx people put their mail right in the
Which was
USPS,
also wrong.
which is wrong. So it's
Man.
So anyways, we're having problems here in this little rural area, and we just wanted to let light on it all. Hopefully you guys made it this far. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Love yourself and others, and we'll see you on another video.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye.